Sum of differences in array in an array in array. All right, today we're going to actually learn a couple fun things. One about sort in Node and one just about math in general. So let's get to it. Our task is to sum the differences between consecutive pairs in the array in descending order. Okay, so let's make some sense of this, and let's also make sure the Vim keys are on. Very good. Okay, we have a function. We've got that same function. It's going to be taking an array. Okay, let's say we get 2, 1, and 10. We're going to return 9. Why are we going to return 9? Well, descending order. Okay, so first off, we will sort the array. Okay, second off, so here is a consecutive pair, right? We're looking for consecutive pairs. Here is a consecutive pair. Here's another consecutive pair. So we're going to take the difference, okay, to sum the difference, okay, between consecutive pairs. So the difference of consecutive pair 10 and 2, 10 minus 2 is 8. The difference of consecutive pair 2 and 1, okay, 2 minus 1 is 1. The sum of the differences of the consecutive pairs, 8 plus 1 is 9. And hence, 2, 1, 10 will return 9. Ooh, okay. Hoping that that makes sense and is pretty clear. Hoping. If the array is empty, or the array has only one element, the result should be 0, right? Because if we don't have a pair, we cannot compare the pair. There's no comparison to make. I think that's a lot more clear than the rest of this puzzle, but let's solve this sucker. So, first off, let's handle this. If the array is empty or only has one element, right, we can get the array length, and we want to make sure it's greater than 2. If it's less than 2, we want to return 0. We want to spell return correctly. RETURN, such. Cool. Okay, that should handle if only has one element. It's less than 2. Cool. All right, now we want to sort. We're going to get this array, okay, and we want to sort this array in descending order. So we can do array sort, and then this will take in, I guess we can do A and B. Like typically we wouldn't. Yeah, you get the idea. It's Codewars. It's cool. So is this ascending order or is this descending order? Let's console log the array. Okay, this obviously will fail, but we want to see which direction we're going. Okay, cool. So 10, 2, 1, that works here, but what's going on with this? This -1 is a larger number than -3, right? 10 is a larger number than 1. So array sort, let's check this out in our node environment here. Now we're working with, what, 8.13, 8.13. This is not 8 anything, but it's okay. This will work the same. So if we did say 10 minus 2 minus 7 and 99, cool. And then we want to array.sort that same thing. This is a very awesome result here. Right? You're gonna so A plus B. Cool. So make sense of that. There's some reasoning. I've no idea what it is yet, but that doesn't appear to me to be sorted in ascending or descending order. What is going on with -2? So 99 is the largest number, -7 is the smallest number, 10 is actually the second largest number from 99. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but I know what we can do is this. Okay, so we just sorted it backwards and then reversed it. 10, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. If, please, someone, hit up that comment section and let me know why that is, because I've yet to figure that one out. I have figured the rest of this kata out though, so let's do that. So we want to now what? We want to now get the sum of these differences, and it's not till the very, very end that we're going to learn our little math trick here. So we're going to do for y is less than length. We're going to increment I. Very cool. And then once we have our for loop, what do we want to do? We want to take the array. We want to take array of wherever we are, and we want the difference of the next spot, right? And we want to, let's make diffs, I guess, can be an array. Let's make diffs dot push, something like this. That seems reasonable. Okay, so we can do this, and then let us console log. This is what I call a crazy check, by the way. So we're going to console log the differences. This array should be the each element. So this would be what, 10, right? And then this would be 2, right? And then we've got the difference. Then we're going to move to the next spot in the array. This ideally would be 2, and this ideally would be 1. And we're just going to do that for all of them. Hopefully we get an array that matches something like that. Okay, good. So what's our test? 10. Okay, cool. 10 to 1. We got 8. We got 1. We got not a number. This I have a much better explanation for. There isn't, so when we're on the last element in the array, there isn't a next element. So that's going to be, I don't know, undefined or null. Undefined or null plus or minus any number is not a number. Very cool. This is not a problem. We can just go bang, test it now. Okay, cool. So we have gotten rid of not a number, and so we expect 2, we expect 9. That is just the sum of these things here. We can probably get rid of this, and we can return now. Math.sum. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna show off that we're fancy people and know how reduce works. Okay. This passes? Maybe? Hey, this passes. Cool. Did I have any console logs in there? And it doesn't look like. Clean enough. Let's make an attempt. Fingers crossed. Oh no, we have failed 11 tests. Reduce of an empty array with no initial value. Well, how did that happen? So if, then return, if the length is less than 2. Huh. So that should have returned 0 immediately. This also should have returned 0. The array.length is less than 2, return 0. That's interesting. It's less than 2. So can we say if it's false that the array.length is greater than 2? We fail more tests when we do that. Okay, so negative logic will not help us here. So the array.length is always greater than equal to 2. That won't work because greater than or equal to 2. 0, 1. No, that shouldn't. All right. We're just kind of spitballing here. Okay, let's get really, okay, so if the array.length, how can we do this? This is going to be weird. Equals 0, or the array, length, I'm spelling that right, yeah? GTH is equal to 1, return 0. This should be this length. That's your problem. That's your problem. So these things stay in the video because welcome to developer life. Boom. Okay, let's test this again, make sure we're not crazy. We are still not crazy. We passed those, and feeling good. Feeling good. Okay, welcome to troubleshooting. Spelling, oboe, right? Off by 1. All right, submit it, and let's learn a math trick. This very first answer here, a little mind-blowing, right? So it turns out, if the length of our array is greater than 1, that also is, same thing, then what I want you to do is I want you to give me the maximum value in that array minus the minimum value in that array, and I want you to return, otherwise I want you to return 0. This way here is very similar, so we've sorted it. this is extremely clever. That's why I kind of gave it the clever button there. Let you kind of work that out. Basically, he's saying we're taking the element and the index, and we're adding the element index plus 1. If it doesn't exist, then give us 0. If this doesn't exist, then 0. Right? So instead of getting not a number on the end of their array, like I would have, they got 0 on the end of their array. So adding 0 to, so 1 plus 0 is still 1, right? So then we're going to sum everything up starting from 0, which is a nice little pipeline of interesting right there. Functional programmer in the room. But let's look back at the tests they gave us. So here, -3 minus 1 is, so the largest value, the smallest value, -3 is the smallest value, -1 is the largest value, -3 minus -1 is -3 plus 1 is, oh, apparently they want 2 for that. So I guess that's oh, yeah, that's right. So 10 is the largest number, -1 is the largest number. So the largest number, -1, minus -3 is 2. That makes sense now. 10 minus 1 is 9. And that would be, I guess we could print out. See if we just did console log array and hit attempt, we'd probably get a whole bunch of weird arrays here. So that should be what? So the largest minus, that should be like 30 something. 0, 0, 0, 0. We could calculate this, but I don't want to look through it. I can assure you the largest number minus the smallest number is the same as the ordered sum of differences between pairs. Can't prove it. Can't prove it by hand, but this will work. So that is very, very cool. And that was very, very fun. Kata, I will hopefully see you sooner than later.